So, today is going to be a little bit of a lesson. It's a story time from your good old friend Bandit. And today we are going to be talking about how, again, just like last time, there are people who are going up and there are people who are going down. Uh, and you have to realize that the people who think that by destroying others they're lifting themselves up, you have to realize that they are stuck in a cycle of that, and I don't know what would break it. It doesn't seem like really anything can. And in the grand scheme of things, this cycle will repeat over and over and over again. I'm sure everyone's aware of that. And if they're not, okay, here's the truth. When someone tries to tear you down, when someone tries to minimize you, when someone doesn't necessarily care about your successes, or, it could be passive or it could be straight aggressive, like you suck, you should never do this again kind of thing. Those people, and it sounds weird, but it's true, those people are just, you probably triggered them by you doing well and not doing the things that they do. They constantly look for people to shit on, especially celebrities. Always look out for people who are just constantly whining about what celebrity deserves this and what they were wearing and what type of people. One thing, categorizing people, when people say something like, oh, he's the type of person to do this, or people who drink Coca-Cola or Pepsi are the type of people to do that. That's a weird example, but I mean, it's like anyone who compartmentalizes people and who just puts them below themselves in some way, shape, or form. You have to watch out for them because they're only vying for control. They only want you to be lesser than them. It's amazing how many people, once you're succeeding, once you're doing better than them, these friends that you thought you had forever just turn on you. And sometimes in very slight manipulative ways, but whatever, right? There's tons of charlatans out there, and there's tons of people who just need forever seeking validation, forever seeking approval, forever seeking their narcissistic supply. And yeah, it's apparent to me whenever someone shits on my music or my videos or anything, I know without a shadow of a doubt that they are on one path and I'm on another path. And if I engaged in this, if I got really into it with certain people and let my ego take control, I would sort of be portraying myself as similar to them. But you just have to let go of this stuff. You just have to realize that despite people being mean, despite people being cruel on the internet or in real life, it comes from a place of weakness. It's weakness. And they'll get weaker and weaker as time goes on. I came up with this idea. It was like, if you ever know about video games from the past, like there is this site called Cheat Code Central. That dates me. In the 2000s. And if you were playing, let's say, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or something like that, you could get all the guns, you could get any vehicle you wanted. I mean, within reason. There's like, you could get all the money. Oh no, I don't think you could do that. But anyways, the point is that these people, when they think about words and they think about how they manipulate others, they probably would put a hierarchy of usefulness to certain words, even if they're synonymous with other words. And it's like when they want to put you down. It's like a cheat code in Grand Theft Auto. It's just all of the, it's like they're playing with cheat codes. It's like all of the code word that gets to the place where, I don't know, it's like, it's so delusional. It's like they put together a string of sentences, or a string of words, a sentence that is all of the worst words that they've gotten reactions from people from, and they don't care about if it's true or not. They don't care about facts or logic. They just care about you being underneath them. And if you get angry at them, if you react, if you do anything other than just brush them off and not really care about it, then they will see that as a victory. These people go for positive reactions as well as negative reactions. And unfortunately, for them, when they try this kind of, in general, this kind of manipulation tactic against people, most people see it after like the first or second time. They're like, oh, I get it. This person is really full of shit and they're screwing with me. But for some reason, we like, as non-judgmental people, as like nice, empathetic people, we like to give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, all I have to say is, like, I'll ask you a question. Do you want to be under someone's control who is constantly shitting on other people? Do you want to be the vampire's victim? Do you want to have your blood drained until you have nothing left of yourself and you're just this puppet? And, you know, kind of like when you see the evil genius, evil scientist in old cartoons or whatever, when they have their own little assistant and their assistant does whatever they say. Or like, for instance, Pinky and the Brain. Pinky he's just subservient. I mean, that's a bit different because he's kind of an idiot, but these people, they will drain you. They will drain everything from you. And it doesn't feed them for very long, so they have to keep on doing it. And I think the best thing you can do is just ask yourself, am I helping the world? Is my path going upwards? It's not about deserving it. It's just about, what energy, what vibe am I putting out into the world? It's like this artist that I've been listening to recently, Kamau or something like that. It's like Kamau. Just one of the most amazing artists I've ever come across in my life. Anyways, yeah, it's like, it's all about the vibe. It really is all about the vibe. If you have, if you're putting out vibrations from a creational aspect, you're putting out vibrations into the world that are stealing those. If you're like sucking versus giving, it's kind of like that'll eventually run its course. So it's always good to give your best, and a lot of the people won't really react to that well. In fact, if you're doing well, if you're putting benevolence out there into the world, a lot of them will spit on that. There's plenty of people out there that will hate you, but that's not the worst thing in the world, because you have to realize these people, it's not about you as a person. It's not about you and your actual flaws. It's not about you and your mistakes or your shame or your guilt or whatever. It has nothing to do with you. It's nothing personal. It's just, when these people see people succeed, they have to shit on them. Because if you are doing it in a positive way, if you're doing it in a non-gimmicky, non-kind of controlling, cliche bullshit way, then these people's entire foundation of belief will crumble, because it's like they'll realize, I wish I was them. I wish I had that confidence. I wish I had that compassion for other people. Or it makes them afraid to the point where it's like, I've rejected that so much in my life that now seeing it and seeing it benefit people, it kind of freaks me out, and I don't want to change who I am. They never want to change who they are. But in life, you have to reassemble yourself over and over and over When you're out and about and you hear the negativity, when you feel the bad vibes, I'm talking to you, the super empaths. I need to sound silly to call yourself that, but whatever. Um, People who are extremely sensitive, you're gonna find that sensitivity, it will take you so far. It is unbelievable. And whatever you do to nurture that sensitivity, and how you communicate with the ever sprawling net of consciousness that we have in our lives, in this world, and basically your connection to God, if you fine tune that to the point where it's effortless, then these people will just fall away. You'll realize they're not, it's not about you again. It's just, it's really about their curse. It's like a magical curse. It's like some kind of horrible disease that these people are struck with, and there's no way out of it. Maybe they have to go through all the rungs of hell, all the way down to the bottom, and come out through the other side, if that's possible for them. I don't know. Maybe they can turn around. Maybe it's like that character in the Mortal Kombat 1, the demon woman who has become enlightened. She's gotten out of hell or something like that, and she's become, like, it's the opposite of a fallen angel kind of thing. A risen demon or something. Yeah, it's really cool concept. Anyways, so I mean, that's a whole lot of wisdom. I hope you can keep it in your noggin. Yeah, love yourself, love the world, love your path. Even if everything's not where you want it to be, doesn't matter. Think about right now. What can you do right now to love yourself? What can you do right now to stop scolding yourself for every little tiny mistake? That's what I used to do. To every moment you have that urge, that compulsion to say, oh, I'm an idiot, or oh, I'm stupid, or whatever, any kind of version of that, stop and say, I don't know, just don't do it. Just pause for a moment, breathe, notice that you were trying to be mean to yourself, and then realize that that's not going to get you nowhere. And if you really want to be a help to this world, you gotta love yourself, and that's it. And don't do it just because I said it. Try it out. Try it out for a month. Try it out for a week. Try it out for a day. Try it out for 5 minutes. You'll see. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. So that's about it. You have a wonderful day.